Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel, to the Ultimate Racing League and to our Wednesday challenge in the VW Beetle here in League 2. Excuse me, this is race 2 and we are over in France at Alsace village. The fictional track, just 3.3 miles and 17 turns, so there's a lot of corners in such a short track. So as I said, race 2, fantastic race 1 we had at dawn. It was a little bit darker, you can see the sun's come up, although it is still looking a little bit murky out there, but at least we can see the cars and they've not got around with the headlights on. So race 2, grid positions are as they finished in race 1. However, it does look like the grid sort of messed up a little bit. It's showing as Declan on pole position, but he's not. He's clearly down in 9th. So we'll just go down the grid as it is at the minute, but I'm sure it will get sorted out. So we will have a rundown of the grid. So let me just change the angle so we can see what we're looking at. So it's saying Declan's in pole. He's not. It should be Nigel, but Nigel in. We'll just go with it as it is. Nigel's in 2nd. Then we've got Idle 4 Gaming. Then Phaser. Great race he had in race 1. Then we've got Slowpoke, Muhammad Ali, P. White. Then we've got Viking, Hodgie, Biggie. Castrian is 11th. And then Kian is in 12th. So as I said, it is a bit messed up, to be fair. So I'm going to have to get the camera sort of sorted out. There we go, I'm sorted out now. And there looks a massive gap between Nigel and Idle 4 Gaming. That is enormous. Look how far up the road that Nigel is. No wonder he won. Anyway, we'll get this race underway. Hopefully it will sort itself out. I mean, that is ridiculous. It says lap 1. We've not even started. What's happening here? Let's go back and see. No. So the race has already started for some strange reason. That is why Nigel's so far up the road. Wow, things really cocked up, haven't they? Although Nigel is now slowed right down. There was a blue flag waving for the guys at the back. There's a blue flag wave. I think everybody is out of position as people go flying across the grass. That looked like Kian and Hodgie. Everybody's gone across it. I think we're going to have a safety car. Yeah, we're having a safety car and things need sorting out. Viking has said, sorry, I'm not bothering with a safety car. He's gone. He's gone. He's having it away. No, he's pulled over. He's let everybody else catch up. You should have kept going, Viking. Sorry. Right, now everybody's getting in their proper grid positions now. So Nigel is in pole, then Idle Gaming, Phaser, Slowpoke, Muhammad Ali, P. White, Viking, Declan, Hodgie, Biggie, Kian, and then Castrian. So everybody's lined up and in the safety car formation just to get the grid position sorted. It's a shame it's got to be like this, but sometimes the game does have a little bit of a glitch. So once everybody's caught up and we are about a car length apart, then we can get this race underway. So Nigel just leading everybody around turn 7 into turn 8, which is the very fast banked right-hander. Now, because there's no real straight on this, it will be up to Nigel when we go. And it looks like we've gone now, so we're back up and racing as Nigel puts his foot down. He's followed by Idle 4 Gaming and Phaser. Slowpoke in 4th. Grahamid is in 5th. P. White, then Viking in 7th. With Declan in 8th as the battle starts up at the front. Everybody pretty bunched up. As we go around turn 11, we can see Kian and Biggie having a bit of a door bashing session there as they then start up the hill towards turn 13, 14, then down the other side into the chicane. You don't want to be going too wide there. Oh, as Kian just slots in behind Declan. That could have been nasty, but everybody gets through. or it looks like everybody's got through. Oh no, just as I say that, Declan smacks into the barrier. Let's try and pick the bones out of this one. There's a lot of cars. Oh, who was that went flying by? We'll have a look at that in a second, but that may well have been Phaser actually. As we go down the hill. Now then, did Declan get a bit of a touch? No, he just ran straight into the barrier. And let's just go back to Phaser because oh, he's gone on the grass. Well, Phaser sitting in third. It's well, what a mess this first lap is. So Phaser sitting in third. He starts up the hill, goes onto the grass, comes back onto the track, hits Slowpoke, then into the barrier. And now Slowpoke has managed to keep going. So let me come out of there. Come on, let's get sorted. Yeah, Slowpoke still in third, so he managed to survive that little bump. Declan, he's got the 1.5 there. We saw him just run into the barrier. Oh, everybody seems to be picking penalties up. Biggie's picked one up, Kean's picked one up. What a mess at the end of lap 1. Absolute chaos. Well, we had the safety car, didn't we, to start the race because everybody was out of grid position. So then right at the end of lap 1, it's all gone wrong for the guys at the back. Biggie, Phaser hit the barrier, Declan hit the barrier. It looks like Kean, he's picked up a penalty. Let's just go through the grid and let's see where everybody is. Hodges in 7th, we've got Viking in 6th, Grahamid in 5th, P White 4th, Slowpoke in 3rd, Idle 4 Gaming in 2nd, and Niggle out in front as he was in race 1. Oh, as Niggle starts to slide around the corner, Idle 4 Gaming, he tries to go up there, he gets a bit of a wiggle on as well. So Niggle and Slowpoke gets up the inside of Idle, but Idle manages to get that position back. Idle on the medium tyres, Niggle he's on the hard tyres, so it just shows how good Niggle is. He's actually leading this race. He's got a little bit of a gap as well, and he's on the hard tyres. So it's Niggle out in front, Idle 4 Gaming in 2nd, Slowpoke is 3rd. We've got P White all over the back of Slowpoke. He's on the medium tyres, Slowpoke on the softs, Idle on the medium. So a right mixed bag of tyre choice for the top 4 and 5. As it is Niggle, Idle, Slowpoke, then P White. Viking has moved up into 5th. He's on the soft tyres. And look at, oh, I was just about to say, it's looking pretty quick, but that was an almighty slide. As we came out of the final turn, let's just follow him through. So we're into this sort of chicane section. We go into, well, this is the chicane, isn't it? We come out of there and it's just too much power too soon, and the back end all the way round, and he's waiting for a perfect opportunity to rejoin. It's not the best place to get yourself stuck there, is it? So poor old Viking all the way down to 10th. That is not what he wanted. Phaser in 11th after his earlier spill, and the same with Declan. They've all served the penalties. So back up to the top. What am I doing on that camera? So Nichols still out in front on those hard tyres. What a fantastic race he's having so far. We are only on lap 3, but cold, hard tyres, and he's out in front and looking pretty good. Idle Gaming just sitting behind him with Slowpoke all over the back of Idle Gaming. Let's just jump on board with Slowpoke as we try and chase down Idle Gaming, picking up a bit of grass and dirt, the pair of them, as we now come around turn 4. Niggle going very wide. Idle tries to go up the inside, take the shorter route. Slowpoke following him into this sweeping right-hander they go of turns 5 and 6. No, sorry, 7. Oh, I'm lost now. Through turn 10 into turn 11. This is the one that's catching a lot of people out. Slowpoke gets right on the bumper of Idle Gaming. Then we start up the hill through turn 12, up the hill through turn 13. under the bridge and then down this steep drop towards the chicane section. Idle Gaming basically pushing Niggle along and through these final turns through 15, 16, 17 onto the start finish straight. P White, he's just hovering around in P4 at the minute. As we go into turn 1, a Slowpoke has a bit of a look at the inside of Idle, and Idle slams the door shut. He says, "You are not coming through there, my friend," and continues on through in second. Hodgie, he's sitting there in 5th. He's on the soft tyres as well now, so he's he's looking to get himself up on the podium. Watching it all from where he is. He's got his eyes planted firmly on the back of P White's car. Muhammad Ali in 6th, just a little bit off of the back of the rest of the guys in front of him. Then we've got Castrian, a much better showing from Castrian in this race. He is on the softer tyres, so obviously didn't like the hard tyres, did he? Or was he on mediums? I can't remember. He's having a much better race though, isn't he, in 7th. Keane made his way up into 8th. Then we've got Biggie in 9th. Biggie now on the medium tyres, so he's saving the softs till race 3. Viking down in 10th after that spill he had coming out of turn 17, with Declan and Fazer bringing up the rear. So back up to the top, and this I think is where the fight is, as Idle 4 Gaming has another look at the inside of Niggle. Niggle just manages to hold on to P1, although Idle Gaming is not making this easy for him as Idle goes up the inside and they go down the hill towards the final few turns, and Idle's got his nose in front before they get to the braking zone. So Idle now takes over the P1 position. Niggle in 2nd. Slowpoke now having a look and fancies a bite at Niggle's backside as they come across the start finish line to start lap 5, sorry. Get my laps all mixed up now. So Idle 4 Gaming has managed to get in front of Niggle and can concentrate on trying to create a little bit of a gap between himself and the guys behind. He's already opened up a couple of car lengths gap. So Niggle is not going to get onto the back of Idle Gaming now unless Idle makes a mistake. So Niggle just fully concentrating on trying to kick Slowpoke behind him. Slowpoke doing everything he can to get by Niggle, but Niggle knows all the tricks. He knows where to put the car. Slowpoke has a look at the inside. Oh no, Niggle shuts the door on him again. All the while Hodgie is sitting in 4th and gaining. He's getting closer and closer and closer to the guys in front of him, and Hodgie fancies himself a podium position in race 2 on those soft tyres. As Slowpoke takes the high route through that embanked section of turn 8. Still can't get past Niggle, practically pushing Niggle along. As we go into turn 10, hard on the brakes into turn 11 as Hodgie having a look at Slowpoke. Can he get through? No, he can't. Hodgie just sitting there in 4th, although he is right on Slowpoke's tail now. P White is in there as well. He's having his own little fight with Grahamid as they go up the hill and then under the bridge and down the drop into the chicane section. We can just see the guys up ahead in 3rd and 4th. That's Slowpoke and Hodgie. Castrian in 7th. Kean still in 8th with Biggie in 9th. Then we've got quite a gap then back to Declan. He's battling it out with Viking, so you don't need to be at the front to have a great race, as Declan and Viking are finding out. And big arrow on the floor saying pit. Well, don't, because there's a barrier there. The guys won't be pitting, or there's no need to pit. Plenty of fuel in the cars. So Declan and Viking, they start lap 6 in 10th and 11th, with Fazer in 12th. So back up to the top. Idle, well, he's opened up quite a gap now. As soon as he got in front of Niggle, that was it. He was away. and he's gone off up the road and already opening up quite a gap between Niggle and Slowpoke at the back. Niggle still in second, Slowpoke still pushing him along, still having a look. Hodgie just sitting there waiting for one of them to make a mistake. Let's go on board with Hodgie as we're going around turn 8, the banked section of this track, then into turn 9, and then as we get to turn 10, this is where you need to start braking, ready to get yourself into turn 11. Keep it nice and tight, don't get the power down until you've got your car straight. Slowpoke still having a look at Niggle. Niggle still won't let him get by. Oh, a bit of a mistake there from Niggle. How has Slowpoke managed to get in front? I think he has, as they go down the hill towards... Hodgie's decided to follow Slowpoke through, so poor old Niggle has lost two spaces. As they approach the chicane section, Slowpoke goes through to second position. Hodgie just followed him through into third. Nothing that Niggle could do about that. Hodgie was on a mission. Slowpoke had been desperately trying to get past Niggle for the last 2 or 3 laps. Managed to do it just as they went down the hill towards the chicane section and the last few corners, and Hodgie just saw the opportunity to follow Slowpoke through, and now he's having a look at the inside of Slowpoke now, and Slowpoke slams the door on Hodgie as we're coming around turn 4. Fantastic racing from the League 2 guys in these Beetles. Niggle is still there, we still can't write Niggle off. He is on the hard tyres, which was always going to be a fight against the softer compounds, but Niggle is just showing his class. He is holding on to 4th at the minute. We are in lap 13. Idle Gaming is well, he's just gone, isn't he? He's away up the road and already thinking about his celebration speech. Slowpoke in second, just holding on to it, with Hodgie in third, although Hodgie has got some defending to do from Niggle, and Grahamid's in there as well. Into turn 10, up to turn 11, everybody hard on the brakes to get this right-hander done. Hodgie goes a little bit wide but manages to get back on track as they go up through turn 12 and up this steep hill, levelling out under the bridge, then down the other side towards the chicane section, and the final few turns 14, 15, 16, and the final turn 17 onto the start finish straight. Graham is sitting there in 5th. He's just hoping that one of the 2 guys in front of him are going to make a mistake. P. White is sitting there in 6th as well, can't quite get close enough to Grahamid to make a move. This straight after turn 1 is about the only chance you get of slipstreaming somebody. There are that many turns on this track. We are into the final minute of this race as Biggie is in 7th, Castrian 8th, then Kean, Declan 10, then Viking, and then Fazer down in 12th. So back up to our race leader at minute, Idle 4 Gaming. Well, he's gone, hasn't he? Look there, we just see Slowpoke come around the corner. So this will be another win for Idle 4 Gaming. This is what he's used to. Get it out in front, running away with it. I think he's won every race apart from race 1. Every week he's won. Unfortunately, through personal reasons, he's only done a couple of races in the last couple of rounds. But the races he takes part in, he wins them. He makes it look so easy. So I'm just going to follow, I'm just going to have a look and see what's happening elsewhere. Oh, it's Grahamid and Niggle are fighting it out for P4. Grahamid's on the soft tyres, Niggle on the hard. Let's just go back up to Idle as he's just gets to the top of that hill climb, down the other side, into turn 14 and 15, then 16, and through turn 17 onto the start finish line, and a fantastic win for Idle 4 Gaming, thoroughly deserved. Slowpoke is going to come across the line in second, with Hodgie third, pushed all the way back round. Hodgie third, Hamid fourth, Niggle fifth, P White sixth, Biggie seventh, Kian across the line in eighth, Castro in ninth, Declan will finish in 10th. He's going to be followed across the line by Viking, and then just a second or so behind Viking will be Fazer in P12. What a fantastic finish to race 2. Wow, if you can stand it, join me again for race 3 very, very shortly.